Tsarist and Communist Russia 1855 to 1917. Opposition, Ideas and Ideologies. Liberal opposition. The liberals in Russia always wanted change to the government. Education and the new middle class influenced more people to join, and they were strong in the Zemstva. In 1895, the Zemstvo in Tver petitioned for an advisory body, but this was dismissed as a senseless dream. The liberal noble Prince Lvov demanded an all-class Zemstvo and a national assembly. However, the all-class Zemstvo had already been tried by Ivan Shipov, which had been immediately banned. In 1903, the Union of Liberation was founded, and they began a journal called Liberation, published in Germany in order to avoid censorship. They believed Russia needed a peaceful revolution to adapt to industrialization. The liberals had very little political power before 1905. However, they did manage to escape police brutality and contributed to the wanting of political change. The Social Revolutionary Party. This was founded in 1901, started as Marxist, and was influenced by Viktor Chernov, an editor of the journal Revolutionary Russia. They had a wide variety of views, but had the idea that the interests of peasants and workers were the same, and that they needed to work together in order to destroy autocracy. They believed in land socialization, which set them apart from other Marxists who believed in land nationalization. They had a large peasant following, and 50% were from the urban working class. They tried to rile the peasants in the countryside and get workers to strike in towns, similar to earlier populists. They were often successful and carried out 2,000 political assassinations in its first 4 years, such as Dmitry Sipiagin and Vyacheslav von Plev, who were both ministers of internal affairs. They played a part in the 1905 revolution, encouraging students to carry out assassinations. However, some failures included the secret police foiled some activities, and 4,579 social revolutionaries were sentenced to death. However, only 2,365 were actually executed. The Social Democratic Party. They didn't have much influence at first, as only 9 delegates were present at the first Congress, which had been broken up by Okhrana agents. The second Congress happened in London, where 51 delegates voted. In 1903, there was an almost split. Martov led the Mensheviks, which means minority. Trotsky was also another key member. They wanted mass working class membership and cooperated with other liberal parties. They wanted to follow democratic procedures when controlling the country and feared that the rise of the Bolsheviks would lead to a dictatorship. Lenin led the Bolsheviks, which means majority. They were dedicated fully to revolution. However, Lenin did not initially have a large support. They favored control of the country in the hands of a central committee. The two groups often argued about nature, timing, and organization of the revolution they were trying to start. By 1906, they were two completely separate parties. Trotsky switched to the Bolsheviks and spent much time trying to reconcile the parties. Trade unions. They were legalized after the 1905 revolution. However, the state feared of independent working class activity, and as a result, 497 trade unions were shut down and 604 were denied registration. Activity was mainly confined to St. Petersburg, and 3/4 of all strikes in Russia took place there. However, they did demonstrate the failure of the state to pacify the working class. Despite this, they were not much of a threat on autocracy, as only 12% of enterprises had strikes, and they were geographically limited, meaning they were not widespread enough to be a problem.